Introducing the inventory holder, coming soon to Just Dire Things. The inventory holder is basically an armor stand, but on steroids. It can do a whole bunch of cool stuff. Let's get into it. So first off, the inventory holder can hold your entire inventory. So you'll notice a couple things first off. If you shift click an item, it will go to the matching slot in the inventory wherever you click from your inventory. So this inventory kind of matches this inventory in terms of positioning. So when you shift click stuff in there, it goes right in. So I can put, for example, my whole hotbar in there, no problem. It'll all kind of go into the matching slot, including your armor inventory slots. Pretty spiffy. In addition, you can go ahead and save some items for where you want them to go. For example, let's say that my pocket generator and my building gadget and my machine setting copier, I kind of always wanted to be in the top right slot. I can control click, and now when I remove them, you'll notice there's a ghost slot there. Now I won't be able to insert any other items. I'm clicking here and nothing's going in. I can only insert the appropriate item into the appropriate slot. It's also true that when there's a ghost slot like this, when you shift click, it will try to insert the item into the appropriate inventory. So you'll notice when I shift click it in there, it'll try to go into the right spot wherever it's coming from in my inventory. Furthermore, when you save things, it'll also save the stack size. So for now, you'll notice that I put 32 cobblestone into that little slot there. Now, if I shift click into here, you'll notice it filled it with 64 cobblestone. And the reason for that is I currently don't have compare stack sizes turned on. However, if I do, you'll notice when I shift click, it'll go ahead and put 32 cobblestone in this slot, and the remaining 32 went into the next available slot, which was the top left. I can't add more than 32 items to this slot. I can have less, I just won't be able to insert any more. Again, if you turn off compare stack sizes, you can put as many as you want in there, up to the stack limit. In addition, if we were to save this diamond pickaxe, you'll notice that currently compare NBT is turned off. So, boy, I hope this works. I don't know that I tested it. Yeah, it does. Yay, hooray. Cool. So either diamond pickaxe can go into that slot. However, if I compare NBT, you'll notice that this one does not go into that slot. This one does, because it's exactly matching the damage and the enchants. The third button up here is filtered items only. And what that means is when you try to insert something, it'll only allow you to put stuff in there that can be filtered. So, for example, I can insert cobblestone, no problem. I cannot insert my Eclipse Alloy Sword. I can't even put it in any of the empty slots. The only things that I can put in there are the items that there's a filter for. So it will only accept items for the filter. I can't accept anything else. I can put my pickaxe in there, no problem, but nothing else is clicking in. However, if I turn this off, no problem clicking stuff in. In addition, there is a nice handy push items and pull items inventory button that will go ahead and swap everything out for you. So for example, if I click the push items in there, everything in my inventory will be pushed into the inventory holder. And the player render on top even renders the armor and items you have selected. And by the way, if you want to render something else, you just control shift click whichever inventory slot you want it to look like the player is holding. Pretty cool. And then again, you can pull items to retrieve them and re-equip them on your player. Awesome. Swap inventory will swap what's currently there with what's not. Recommendation is not to have too many filters if you're going to do swap items, because swap items only works if the items can swap cleanly into the exact same slot they were in. So for example, this swap items should work pretty well, actually. No problem. Now, obviously, it's a bad example when we don't have anything else in the inventory. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some gold helmet and armor. And now if I swap items, you'll notice I'm wearing the gold armor and nothing else. Swap again, gold armor goes here and nothing else. Pretty cool. Furthermore, when you break the inventory, it will retain all the items it's got so that you can easily move this thing somewhere else. Now you might wonder, why is there another filtered items only and compare stack sizes button on the left? These buttons compare and contrast how inserting into via automation works. So pipes, hoppers, laser IO. When you insert items via laser IO or hopper, you'll notice, for example, if I do this, First off, with filtered items only off and compare stack sizes off, when you insert into any slot, it's going to automatically try to place items into their filter slots. So notice cobblestone's landing in its accurate slot there. And you'll notice that it's also going up to, if I turn on compare stack sizes, it'll be allowed to go to 32, and then remaining cobblestone will go into the appropriate inventory slot as shown. However, if I were to take all this out, and say filtered items only, now when you're inserting items, they can only insert into slots that accept that filter. Again, just like when we were clicking in. So now no more cobblestone is allowed in here because there's no more inventory slots for cobble. Okay. If I were to say cobble's allowed to sit here and you're allowed to have one, when I take that out, it's going to go ahead and, you know, fill it from the hopper. So shift click, it's kind of filling from the hopper. Pretty cool, I think. So that's a nice way to handle some of that stuff. And obviously compare stack sizes and filtered items only. These two kind of control how inserting works. When you're extracting from this inventory, okay, it will extract everything that doesn't have a filter. So for example, as things sit right now, if this is here and the sand is here and the BlazBloom goo is here, and we put a hopper underneath this dude, I hope this works too, because I don't know if I tested this yet. Cool. So what it did is it extracted the sand, it extracted the BlazBloom goo, and because we have compare stack sizes on, it's going to reduce the stack size down to 32, and then stop. Okay? If compare stack sizes is off, what'll happen is it won't extract anything out of this stack because it's going to say like, you're cobblestone, I'm cool with you being cobblestone, I don't care how much you have, right? But if I put sand in there or BlazBloom goo or inventory holders, because those aren't saved, it's going to extract them. So there's a bunch of cool stuff we can do with this mechanic, and I'm going to demonstrate it right over here. You ready for this? Because I think this is kind of cool. All right, let's go over to this dude, which I have set up, and I'm going to show my fake player. Currently, I have it set up so that we are extracting a stack every tick and inserting it into the chest. Now remember, anything that's filtered is not going to be allowed to be extracted. Look at how messy my inventory is. And I'm even going to put my time wand here, and I'm going to put my portal gun here, and I don't know, maybe my sword got misplaced. I don't know. It's a big old mess. That's all I know. You ready? So I'm going to click push items and then pull items. Now my inventory perfectly matches what was saved before, including the 32 cobblestone that I have recorded there. And all the remaining items got extracted into this chest. So there's a bunch of cool stuff you can do with this. For example, if you want to have multiple sets of armor, that shouldn't be a problem. So here I've got, let's say this is my Nether Explorer's armor set, right? I've got a bunch of gold gear, I've got gold armor to make sure those piglin dudes don't bother me. Even got a nice little lapis shield going on and some iron and some other stuff, right? Over here we've got a bunch of diamond armor and other miscellaneous gear, and over here is a nice empty slot. So if I want to quickly switch, I can do that, and then I can do that, and then boom. I've completely switched my inventories. But you know what? I decided I wanted to go to the Nether. Ready to roll. And then I came back from the Nether, and I want to clean out my inventory. Looking pretty good, I think. What do you all think? So that is... Did I miss any features? I think that's most of it. I think I got it all. Did I miss anything? Let me double check. Yeah, no, I think that about covers it. You should be able to easily relocate these inventory holders, no problem. So if you want to, you know, set up a nice little area to have a bunch of different, you know, inventories that you can interact with depending on what you're going to do. So like in my mind, like Ars Nouveau, I've got like a magic set. I've got like a mechanism set with some of the mechanism's advanced armor. I got some just dire things armor and a bunch of items to go with that. You know, I can have a bunch of different gear sets and I can easily swap from one to the other. Or what I can do is after I go mining or something, you know, I have my preferred inventory items and where I want them to sit. I can just, like I said, push all my items, let Laser.io extract everything that doesn't belong, and then pull it back. And now I've cleaned out my inventory and put everything exactly where I want it to be, where I like it to sit. For now, this is Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed checking out the inventory holder coming soon to Just Dire Things. For now, take it easy.